everyone, it's aimed at Chair once again from the Steam Network, bringing you a 1 vs 1 Spring 1944 replay, and it's going to be on the village crossing map. So, I'm guessing this is the village and this is the railway. So, and there'll be a little crossing there somewhere. I don't see any signs or anything like that. So it's going to be a very unsafe village crossing. But what the hell? I'm sure that's how two players can handle it just fine. But anyway, on the right we're going to have Yale as the British or the UK, I suppose, and on the left we're going to have Red Lion as the USA. I was about to say the Space Marines, but that's not quite it. But anyway, just have a look at what they're both producing. So yeah, it looks like oops. Okay. So yeah, it looks like Red Lion is going to be going for an early barracks and a couple of basic units of infantry, and we're seeing pretty much the same thing from Yale, although he's not building any additional basic infantry like that at all. In fact, he's sending up his scout guy first. Interesting. Well, anyway, that's what happens. So yes, disconnected and reconnected the microphone because I had to move the computer a bit in order to clean out the inside of it a bit, in particular damn graphics card. And yeah, I had like dust piling up on the damn fan blades. That's a bit annoying, but anyway, took care of that. And yeah, then of course I reconnected the microphone and a different USB port, so of course it reset my sound settings and all that, but I set them back to what they were meant to be. So hopefully, and I checked, just ran a quick test to see what it would look like, what it would sound like anyway, more specifically just before this replay, and it sounded alright, sound levels and all that was still good. So what the hell, hopefully we should be right here. So anyway, it looks like both our teams going to be attacking different points. Here we go, we actually got a bit of an engagement here. Not exactly very favourable engagement for Yale, kind of crossing that hill and getting shot to pieces as his units go across, and yeah, looks like they're going to get killed off very quickly. He probably wants to retreat them really to save them, but oh, I guess he's not going to. In the case, his barracks is still under construction. Finally, he's building a couple of riflemen. Oh no, never mind, actually. Yeah, that's right, yeah, it's a couple of riflemen. Although, looks like the barracks is almost finished for Red Lion, though, so and he's managed to capture the bottom point and these mid points as well, so he's not off to such a bad start. We'll just check their commands. So Yale has got 28 and we've got 27 for Red Lion. So Red Lion has got a bit of catch up to do, but he's got pretty good foothold over the middle so far, so just have to see what happens. And of course this submachine gun doesn't have a single chance, and we should have another, just change to this, there we go, we've got a bit of a skirmish here. We'll just see if you can get a good view of it. This machine gunner guy, it doesn't look like he's actually engaging at a very favourable angle there. Wow, he's going to get completely killed off, in fact, bam, down he goes. Oh well, not bad. There's still a SMG guy left here, but yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to do much. And yeah, it looks like Red Lion is going to be forming up a little front line across the middle of the map there. Well, got quite a bit of sight actually, if that's green. Oh, actually, or is that weapon range? Huh. Good question. Okay, so sight. Okay, red would be the weapon range. Anyway, so we do have a couple of SMG guys. Looks like a pure SMG squad coming in from Yale to try to engage these guys close up, which might not be such a bad idea actually, because there is a bit of intervening terrain. They could just sort of swing around and sort of try to ambush them. But yeah, it looks like these riflemen are going to be doing that instead. These guys, what the hell are these? Oh, okay, now they're getting into weapons range. My god, and it looks like they're actually given a move order as well, so they weren't even told to fight or anything like that. Bam, just to move. And yeah, as you can see, the results are very predictable. So yeah, according to the description of this replay, apparently both players are going to be rather defensive, so we're going to be seeing tanks and aircraft and all that. Hopefully it's not going to be quite the grinder that we saw in the one of the other games of Spring 1944, but what the hell, see what happens. In any case, it looks like Red Lion does have pretty firm foothold over the middle. He's got guys all over the place, so there seems to have a bit of a gap here. Maybe if you can position a couple of well, not SMGs, but machine gunners around here, maybe use it to use a heal for advanced. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it does increase your range in this game if you do have stuff on higher to range, so you'll be able to shoot further machine gun and all that. Bam, take him out. But what the hell? Just have to see what happens. Might just see. Interesting. Anyway, might just see what Red Lion's doing on his end. Not doing too much really. I mean, he's producing more machine gunners and what appears to be a mortar guy. Yep, 3-inch mortar. There you go. Plenty big enough for him. Oh, there we go. He's actually stationing a few guys up on this hill as well. So yeah, should be pretty dandy. Only bit of the front line that isn't really covered would be this little hilly part. So perhaps if Yao could put up a couple of mortars of his own around here, he could very slowly shell the crap out of these guys. But lo and behold, we've got a couple of SMG guys and some riflemen coming up as well. So they'll be able to throw grenades, I suppose, if a mortar tries to attack, perhaps. So yeah, certainly a very defensive game indeed. I was kind of expecting Yao to at least be a bit more aggressive. I've seen games of his before and he was a bit more aggressive than this, but anyway. Oh well. I suppose he's done a pretty good job with his scouts though. It's bringing, well, multiple scouts actually bringing him out to just observe enemy movements, but just see what he's actually got in the works. Okay, he does actually have a light ordnance depot, basically a light vehicle depot coming out, and yeah, just a couple more basic squads of infantry. So he seems to be mostly just forming a bit of a perimeter around his own base. Doesn't seem to have actually much. Doesn't seem to be forming his own front line or anything like that. So in fact, if Red Lion attacked right now along the bottom and the top flank there, he should be able to take these flag points before Yal could react. But what do you know, Yal is actually finally advancing his troops forward and he's sending a couple of scouts, well, one scout anyway, just to check out the position. He's going to want to be careful. I'm pretty sure that blue circle represents his detection radius, so as in if an enemy infantry or I think even a vehicle, if that comes into that radius, then he'll be detected. What does he actually have? He's got pistol and a binocular as well. There you go. Speaking of which, what do we have here? We've got 3 machine gunners. Okay, they're the light machine gunners. Interesting. So they're going to just be positioned around there. Actually, given the amount of machine gunners he does have, we're not really seeing too many machine gunners from Red Line. If Yal could get his machine gunners a little bit closer, I'll just check their range. Yeah, just a bit closer, he'll be able to attack some of these troops from range. At least, at the very least, will force Red Lion to actually, you know, come up with his own machine gunners, retreat, or just to press the attack on himself. What the hell? Looks like for the time being, not too much is happening. Light vehicle yards almost out. So what do we have actually available? The Scots, Greyhound, Duck, tracks, and various other sorted things. Interesting. As for our UK guy, what does he have coming out? Oh, funnily enough, he's actually got a towed gun yard. So we actually are going to sing something a bit different. And we've also got, the hell are those dots on the minimap, I wonder? I wonder if they'll show up on the video actually. Oh, okay, that must be, okay, that would be from the mortar then. Yep. Just check their range. Yeah, not bad range actually, not bad range indeed. So yeah, it looks like they're going to start shelling these guys, and yeah, got the good old scouts just to look out for them. So actually, wow, I didn't realise their range was that great actually. They can shell pretty much with impunity. I mean, these guys could get closer I suppose, but yeah, then the mortars could just back away anyway. Speaking of which, we do have finally a little bit of a push by Red Lion. I think he killed off the scout that was there. So I think it's just a minor probe just to see what he can do, and yeah, he's going to run into machine gunners supported by submachine gunners, funnily enough. Quite a few submachine gunners. But yeah, as you can see, they'll do a pretty good job pinning these guys down. Really want to send these guys back, or at least send in some different kind of support, but what the hell, so what happens. And yeah, there we go, finally seeing a bit of a divergence when it comes to troops. Vehicles being deployed. We're actually going to be seeing Yal deploying towed guns, and yeah, it looks like Red Lion has got the light vehicle yard up, but I don't really see the hell. Pinocchio. Okay, must be a spectator who joined this game when it was running. Interesting. Well, what are these guys? Okay, they're just attacking the mortar now. Not bad. So there you go, those mortars take a while to reach their target, as you can see. There's little dots just moving about, but bam, they can do a bit of damage when they actually hits those, you can see. So there you go, quite a bit of damage indeed. We also got another troop movements here, and they're going to spot this scout. Yep, down goes that scout. Wow, though it did last a bit longer than I thought actually, but at the same time though, we do still have machine gunners and all that up here as well, but of course, Red Line is going to have the economic advantage here, which makes it interesting. They actually went for a light gun depot. What is he doing now, actually? Or towed gun depot, whatever you want to call it. So what is he doing? He's doing something with it. Huh. Oh, okay, whoops, never mind. He went first, whoops, he's the one that went to the light vehicle depot. Whoops. Okay, and now he's also going with a light gun depot as well. And as for Yale, he's going with his first guns. It's going to be, what, 17 pounder. So yes, the thing about Spring 1944 though is that, actually I'm pretty sure, yeah, 80 guns, as in ones that are dedicated 80 guns, they can't actually target infantry at all. They don't even get HE shells, unlike in, say, Men of War, where 80 guns usually get equal numbers of high explosive and arm-piercing shells, which is kind of crappy, really. But then again, I suppose it just makes them a bit more specialised. I mean, you can get other things out, such as the 25 pounder, if you want to really do some damage. I'm just surprised that it actually went for with an 80 gun first, though. I mean, I don't think he spotted any vehicles. I don't think any vehicles are actually out yet for Red Line. Interesting. Well, in any case, yeah, we do finally have a bit of a skirmish here. On the top, looks like it's going to be a bit more of a determined push by Yale. Don't know how much he'll be able to do up against the mounted troops he's got here. But at the same time, though, he does have machine gunners, though. Quite a few machine gunners, while his opponent, from what I can see, yeah, does not have any machine gunners at all. And here we go. He's actually going to be deploying the 17 pounder right here. It's okay, it didn't have ammo for a second, but now it does, and I guess it's just going to be there to support. So the transport truck's probably just going to act as a supply depot, I'm guessing. So interesting stuff there indeed. Not seeing anything else coming out, and there he gets deploying it into a depot there. So yeah, not seeing any other vehicles coming out for Yale though. Although yeah, he's not like as if he has that much command. His opponent, on the other hand, has next to no command, but he does have a greater income of command in general. But anyway, what is he actually building? So he does have the towed gun depot, but he doesn't have anything being built from that. I don't really see him building anything anytime soon either. And yeah, it looks like these guys will just be skirmishing for a while. So yeah, so the tanks actually is going for a Stuart. Wow, 7 of them. Now that's something I don't see too often. Madness to do something like that when playing Men of War, for example, but well, what the hell, might as well see if they can make it work in this game. They're going to want to be careful. I don't know if actually if Yale's 80 gun has been spotted, although yeah, maybe it's got spotted. Hang on a sec. What do you know? It's barely out of their vision range. Wow, the closest guy there. I think he might be able to spot it. Depends on how it's how it actually works when it comes to, as in, you know, what part of the model actually needs to be spotted, whether it has to be the edge or the middle or whatever. Well, what the hell. So we've also got a, what do we have here, a storage shed being built. Okay, not really too much exciting there. So what else do we have being built? Okay, just more basic infantry, nothing much else coming from Yale, and yeah, as you can see, it's starting to hurt when it comes to resources. And yeah, I'm just surprised actually that we're not seeing that much happening. But there we go, finally we do have the Stuart incoming. And I don't believe we have any AT guns around here either, so this, well, okay, I guess we did have something. Oh, okay, we did have an AT gun there. Huh, okay, I guess it was deployed already. Oh, okay, it was actually shooting, so. Yeah, those Stuarts though, they can certainly zip around, and it looks like the AT gun is, having a hard time actually hitting it, which is kind of funny, really. So yeah, maybe this Stuart will be able to do a bit of damage. Just have to see what happens. Okay, what's the key to follow it? I think this is it. I think. Well, that thing can actually. Okay, I think this Stuart. I can't remember if it actually comes. Yeah, I think it comes with some sort of like canister shots. Well, I don't know if it's really called that, but anyway. And there you go. We can even follow the bastard around too. Pressing T, which will come in handy actually when that. Yeah, there you go. It is doing actually. So they come in handy because I'm pretty sure they're going to be aircraft in this game as well. It'll be interesting to see things from their perspective. And yeah, again it fires that canister shot, or whatever the hell it's meant to be. I think I just got the name canister shot from watching those Total War videos. I think it was Napoleon Total War, something like that. Well, in the case, do you have the Bofors not quite taking it out, which is interesting because it is a 40mm AA gun. It's directly targeting it. You'd think it'd be able to pierce its armor at that range, but oh, there we go. Finally got taken out by an anti-tank guy. So bam, just taking it out. And yeah, a bit of smoke there, a bit of crappy shadow behind the smoke, but oh well. If I want to fancy a shadow, then I suppose I might have been able to change it in the settings actually. So yeah, this AT gun hasn't done too much, but then again I suppose it's only there just for defensive purposes. Although, given it does have a supply truck set up. Yeah, oops, there we go. Oh yeah, there we go. It's actually supplying a pretty decent area there. You might as well just maybe try to put in a couple of maybe little howitzers and stuff like that, or mortars around here at the very least. Actually, it does still have these mortars around here, I think. Can't quite see. And there we go, another player saying hi to each other. Which is interesting because Pinocchio is not even playing as a spectator, and yet he can communicate directly with players. Not something that's normally allowed in strategy games, especially. But, you know, they can kind of tell them about what's happening. Well, what the hell, I suppose. Maybe it's something optional. In any case, I guess they all trust each other enough not to do something like that. Whoa, and here comes a pretty massive surge by Red Lion, but yeah, he's not really going to be able to do too much damage. He's going to get pinned down immediately, and yeah, he really should have brought in some sort of support. He does have a flamethrower, and what the hell? The flamethrower actually comes with ammunition? Huh, I'll be damned, that's interesting. Alright, there's got limited ammunition. Well, I'll need to think, eh? And there you go, we actually do have Thingamajiggy Yal capturing point finally, and yeah, quite a skirmish occurring on the top point as well. And yeah, I'd say Red Lion did pretty good initially, but the problem is that there we go, you might actually be able to make a counter push. But the thing is, he didn't have much when it comes to machine guns or any other sort of long range weaponry. I mean, he didn't have too many mortars or anything like that. His enemy did. And wow, he's sending his Stuarts in, but they're getting taken apart by these bazooka guys. And this guy, wow, doesn't get the shot off on this tank though. Wow, the turrets certainly go pretty slow, don't they? Bam, finally taking it out. A bit of canister shot there, whatever it's meant to do. So yes, going to go behind enemy lines. Would it be able to do anything? Nope. Wow, even the bits of shrapnel actually being shown on the minimap, not bad. Yeah, well, in any case, we do finally have a bit of a breakout by Yal. He certainly took his time. It's going to be the response. Here we go. So here comes the light aircraft detector, or basically the radar station for Red Lion. And yeah, Yal's just being a bit cautious now. I suppose he doesn't want to go any further, though. He might just be better off sending up these Bren-light machine guns, you know, just around here. Maybe some SMGs up here just to capture the point at close range. I suppose there's a few guys here, but still, I reckon he could be a bit more aggressive himself. Speaking of which, what the hell is he shooting at? Okay. Okay, he's got his own light. Oh, actually, heavy machine gun set up. So as you can see, it's going to be able to do quite a bit of damage. Although, hold the phone, we do have a Stuart which has managed to somehow make its way to the enemy rear lines, should I say. And is he going to do much damage? Yep, he managed to take out the machine gun. It was certainly vital to do that, but he's going to get taken out probably before he can take out these this AA gun. I'm guessing, given that it's just getting continuously shelled from the side, for God's sake, from their Bofors. You'd think it'd be able to take it out easily, but oh well, apparently not. Oh, there we go, you did actually manage to take out the AT gun at the very least as well. Those 17 pounders, they're not as cheap as regular AT guns, although they're a bit better as a result. So yes, Red Lion could certainly do with some long-range support in terms of machine guns and all that, but I suppose instead he's going to just be going with a radar control station, which has finally been built. He's not actually producing anything, and as for his opponent, he's got a tank depot up, or rather he's producing a tank depot. So one player's going to go for tanks and the other one's going to go for aircraft. So always nice to see a bit more divergence there. Speaking of which, are these guys? No, they're not hidden like this guy is. I think he's just functioning as a scout at the moment, since tank guys, anti-tank guys count as stealth units in this game, which is a bit of an interesting way to balance things. But anyway, and we do used to have the Bazooka guy manage to survive that. And speaking of which, here comes the Stuart once again. So he's going to want to do something a bit better than that. To see a 17 pounder right there. Okay, so yes, quite a bit of damage, and there we go. Here's the second one coming out as well, so not too shabby. I'm surprised actually that this flag point hasn't been captured yet either. Although I'm pretty sure that Yale is still on the back foot when it comes to economy. We'll just check. So Yale's got 74 and Red Line's got 94. So yeah. Oh, here we go. Red Line's actually going to be going with Paratrooper drops. Wow. I certainly wasn't expecting that. I thought it was just going to go with a couple of fighter bombers just to bomb the crap out of these infantry formations and AT guns and such that are very close together. I mean, just a couple of bombs here should be able to devastate them. But no, instead he's actually gone for a Paratrooper drop. Wow. Now that's something I wasn't entirely expecting. I don't know if it'll work out in his favour, but what the hell, see what happens. You'd think he would have at least maybe gone for a few of other type of aircraft, such as the what is this, the attack sorter, which pretty sure is used to take out enemy tanks and all that. So anyway, we've got a recon sortie ordered by Red Line here. We'll just see what Yale's going with. Looks like Yale's going to be going with Mark 6 support tank. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is the yeah, he's getting the Cromwell with the I don't know what cannon it's got, but it's basically the infantry support one with the HE shells. Also building an AEC armoured car, funnily enough. So yes, he's going to have a bit of staying power, I suppose. But doesn't have anything else too fancy coming up, although he is building more AA guns, so he probably does suspect that there's going to be more enemy aircraft in the way, should I say, on the way. Although he does have his own recon sorties as well, so I guess he's going to find out soon what exactly is coming his way. He's continuing to reinforce his lines here, and yeah, might as well really. I mean, it's not like as if Red Line's doing too much. Although he's going to have quite a few Paratrooper drops available, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. And there we go, here comes the, pretty sure that's just the scouting aircraft, bam, down it goes. There you go, into the little bluish outer regions. That's, you know, just defined World War II, you see. No one would dare step out of the battlefield region, or else there you go, get swallowed up by the sheer nothingness. But anyway, so I'm pretty sure support tank, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's actually what that version of the Cromwell is. Yeah, medium support tank, heavily armed. Damn it, hard to tell really. Mark 6, Mark 4. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure the Mark 6 is the one that actually does have the better HE shells, but I think it doesn't even have any piercing shells at all. Huh. So there you go, a bit more of a solid push by Yale here, and if Red Line doesn't react in time, he's going to be pretty screwed. Like, what the hell is this guy shooting at? Entirely sure he's shooting at something there. In either case, he's going to want to stop it at one point because he's going to run out of ammo actually. And yeah, I mean, it also seems pretty good scout support by Yale, but I'd say that yeah, maybe these Paratrooper planes, they can drop right behind his lines. They might do a bit, maybe if they drop around here, maybe here as well. Problem is though, Yale does have a sizable amount of troops all around his main base. So any sort of counterattack, infantry-based counterattack, especially by Red Line, it might be countered pretty easily by Yale, but who knows, who knows. I mean, we're going to be seeing crap loads of Paratrooper drops, so it seems to be mostly focusing on that fact. We're seeing Red Line produce just that, as well as Beaufort's anti-air guns, because he might be suspecting enemy aircraft as well, since there was a scout sortie ordered, but at the same time the recon sortie, I suppose, can be ordered from the HQ, so you don't necessarily have to have a radar built up to do that. And yeah, now we're seeing Yale continuing to advance. He's going to be capturing the top left portion of the map, and yeah, he's making pretty serious inroads into the middle as well, given that this village crossing, I suppose, is pretty much taken out. And okay, these guys won't do anything. I suppose he might not be able to take this point at the very least. Oh, maybe he will actually. Wow. Doing a pretty good job ambushing those infantry with grenades, and we've also got Yale moving in from the top left as well. So he's got yeah, a couple of guys just to capture that point as well. Starting to destroy some crap around Red Lion's base, and yeah, Red Lion's going to want to do something soon. Wow, especially since another just got blown up. But anyway, not sure what that was, but some building or something. But in any case, yeah, he's going to want to do something with these paratrooper drops, or else because I'm pretty sure you can't actually order in a sortie once wow, really. Man, come on. There we go. God damn it. Anyway. Yeah, pretty sure these sorties and all that, basically, you can't do anything with them if your radar station that was deploying them gets destroyed, and really. Anyway, but he's still continuing to go with that, so I don't know if that's really the best thing to do with what we're going to actually be seeing actual aircraft. I suppose we've seen recon sorties, which counts as aircraft, but come on, man, recon sorties, that's just something you can do anyway. Finally, we do have paratroopers coming in, so let's see if I can get a better view of what's happening here. Wow, they're actually pretty far up in the air. Wow, like they just don't care. But there we go, got paratroopers dropping in, so let's see if we can get a better view of that. So, wow, they're going to be taking quite a bit of damage, and here we go, a couple of them arriving, but yeah, they're just falling straight into enemy fire though, and I think they're just all going to get taken out. So I certainly would disagree with doing the paratrooper drop like that. I mean, you'd think that Red Line would have noticed as well that Yal had his base fortified pretty heavily still, but I suppose he does have a few guys behind to be able to destroy that building at the very least. But yeah, he's just going to get taken out pretty quickly in my opinion. He would have been better off going with more supporting aircraft perhaps to pick off key targets like, you know, these machine guns and such, but yeah, unfortunately not going for the best choice of aircraft there. So, oh well, can you do? And yeah, we've just got more basic stuff coming in. Speaking of which, we've also got another paratrooper drop coming in from Red Line. So maybe this time he's going to do more damage, although I doubt it though. And there we go. Cromwell's doing a bit of damage as well. So all's well that Crom's well. I don't know what's the point of getting an AC armored car over the Daimler unless. No, whatever. In any case, he's blowing up his buildings. So what the hell? Don't know what exactly that paratrooper drop is. It was ordered in, I think, but yeah, God knows what's happening. And yeah, now the command line is being severely diminished for Red Line, and yeah, the initial advantage edge is that he had is pretty much being dropped. Although, what do you know, he is going to drop a few guys behind here, and I suppose depending on where they fall. Oh, but then again, that's right. We've got to remember that these AA guns have got a ridiculous range. Yeah, if you can see that on the minimap, yeah. So yes, as you can see, they'll be doing quite a bit of damage to these paratroopers, and wow, they'll be getting killed off pretty quickly. Although a couple did manage to deploy, but yeah, that's pretty cold comfort given that wow, given that Red Line's base has been destroyed. So yeah, it did have an initial advantage, but problem is though he did stay with basic infantry for just too long. It kind of reminds me of one of my games actually. When I did that, but and yeah, when he did go for aircraft, he just went for paratrooper drops basically right into the middle of heavily fortified enemy territory, which is not something you'd want to do. I mean, you'd want to do it, you know, behind enemy lines usually, of course, but certainly not in the midst of enemy fire like that. So what else do we have? Okay, we do have the army barracks, but I don't think that's going to save Red Line, so quite the little game indeed. I was kind of hoping to see more tanks and more aircraft being deployed, given the description of the replay, but I suppose we got to see something, although yeah, hopefully Red Line learns a bit from this, so if not, then maybe he should watch this video and learn some more from something from this game. But anyway, we'll just speed up the game a bit actually, given that Red Line just seems to be dilly-dallying. Do it a bit more. There we go, I don't think he's really got a chance. He's just got a single scout and his infantry squad is not even ready, so I don't know why exactly he hasn't said GG yet, or why he didn't just surrender, but oh, there we go. I guess he's about to get killed off. I guess he might as well set it back to normal speed so we can see it in regular speed. You can see the barracks blow up. and bam, down it goes. So I don't think there's much else he can do. There we go, game over. So yeah, it's quite the game indeed. So yeah, I should be able to upload it later on next night actually, given that I'm recording this a bit late. But anyways, so yes, until that happens, this has been Damien Dudovich signing off.